When it comes to building startups, one of the most powerful yet misunderstood concepts is positioning. Positioning is not just about branding or catchy slogans, it's about owning a place in the customer's mind. It defines how people perceive your product, what they compare it against, and why they choose it over alternatives. Strong positioning determines whether you're seen as a leader, a challenger, or an afterthought. This is why we study frameworks like Blue Ocean, laddering, and the bowling alley. These models give us strategic lenses to answer fundamental questions. Should we create an entirely new category? Should we climb the ladder within an existing one? Or should we dominate one niche at a time and expand systematically? Mastering these frameworks isn't just an academic exercise, it's the foundation of sustainable growth and market leadership. Positioning matters because it defines customer perception. No matter how advanced your technology or how strong your team, what matters is how customers see you in their minds and hearts. If they see you as valuable, trustworthy, and differentiated, they'll choose you. If they see you as confusing or redundant, they won't. Positioning also creates a competitive edge. It's how you separate yourself from both direct competitors and substitute solutions. In a noisy world, positioning is what makes customers remember you and understand why you matter. Finally, positioning serves as the strategic foundation for your entire business. It shapes how you price your product, how you design your brand, and how you build your go to market strategy. Strong positioning equals clarity plus memorability. Weak positioning equals noise, confusion, and missed opportunity. The truth is simple. You don't get to decide whether you're positioned. Customers will position you in their minds regardless. Your job is to shape and control that perception intentionally. The first framework is the Blue Ocean Strategy, which teaches us to create new market space rather than fight in crowded waters. In traditional red oceans, companies battle over the same customers with similar offerings, creating cutthroat competition. Blue oceans, by contrast, are new markets where competition is irrelevant because you've defined a new category. The way to do this is through value innovation, delivering more value at lower cost. This often requires breaking trade offs. Instead of choosing between quality and price, you find a way to deliver both. This challenges the fundamental assumptions of the industry and redefines what customers expect. Examples make this clear. Cirque du Soleil didn't try to outcompete traditional circuses or theaters. Instead, they created a hybrid, part circus, part Broadway theater. The result was an entirely new category of entertainment. Tesla didn't just build electric cars, they combined luxury performance with sustainability, breaking the trade off between speed and environmental impact. Canva didn't try to outgun Adobe Photoshop on features. They redefined design by democratizing it, making it accessible to anyone, not just professionals. The lesson of Blue Ocean is bold. Don't just play the existing game, change it. When markets are saturated or stale, the best strategy may be to create new space altogether. The second framework is laddering. It starts with the recognition that in every market, customers create a mental ladder of brands. Each rung represents a position in their perception. The market leader, the brand that defines the category, sits at the top rung. For soft drinks, Coke holds the number one position. The strong alternative typically takes the second rung. Pepsi, with clear differentiation, owns this spot. Then come the niche specialists, who dominate smaller but well defined segments. Dr. Pepper, for instance, appeals to those seeking something different from the mainstream. The laddering framework forces you to be realistic about your position. If you're entering a category, you can't simply declare yourself number one. You must decide whether you can credibly challenge the leader, carve out a strong number two identity, or dominate a specialized niche. What matters is clarity. Customers need to know exactly where to place you on their mental ladder. Trying to claim every rung makes you invisible. Choosing your run and owning it makes you memorable. The third framework is the bowling alley strategy. This is especially powerful for early stage startups. The idea is simple. You start by knocking down one pin, one niche market, before using that success to knock down adjacent markets, and then another and another. The principle begins with focusing on the first pin. You choose one segment, dominate it completely, and prove your value. By winning that first niche, you establish credibility and momentum. That momentum becomes your ball's force in the metaphor. Success in one market enables you to expand into adjacent markets. Each new segment opens the door to the next. A famous example is Salesforce. They began by targeting small and medium sized business sales teams. Once they proved their cloud based CRM model worked, they expanded to enterprises, then to marketing, service, and beyond. Each success opened the lane to the next pin. The lesson here is patience and focus. Early stage startups often fail by trying to tackle too many markets at once. The bowling alley strategy teaches us that domination of one niche is the path to wider adoption. The real art lies in choosing which framework fits your situation. The blue ocean strategy works when your market is saturated or stale. If all competitors look the same and margins are thin, creating a new category may be your best path. The laddering framework is ideal when you are entering an established, competitive space. You must decide whether you can own the number one rung, challenge as a strong number two, or carve out a niche rung that others have overlooked. The bowling alley strategy is perfect for early stage startups targeting specific ideal customer profiles. It helps you focus, dominate one segment, and expand systematically. In practice, these frameworks are not mutually exclusive. Many companies use them in combination as they evolve. You might start with a bowling alley strategy to win your first market, adopt laddering as you expand into established spaces, and eventually create a blue ocean by redefining the entire industry. The key is adaptability. Positioning is not static, it evolves as you grow. The best founders are those who know which framework to use at which stage and how to transition between them gracefully. Positioning is one of the most powerful levers a startup can pull. It determines how customers perceive you, how you differentiate from competitors, and how you design your strategy. Without strong positioning, even great products are lost in the noise. With it, you can capture attention, inspire loyalty, and dominate markets. Frameworks like Blue Ocean, Laddering, and the Bowling Alley aren't just theoretical. They are practical tools that guide your journey. They remind us that markets are shaped by perception, not just by products. They push us to think strategically, to choose our battles wisely, and to align our message with our audience. The challenge for every founder is to ask, what's my strategy? Am I creating a blue ocean where competition is irrelevant? Am I climbing the ladder with a clear rung in mind? Or am I methodically knocking down pins one niche at a time? Answering these questions doesn't just define your marketing, it defines your company's trajectory. Because in the end, positioning is not what you say about yourself, it's what customers believe about you. And that belief, once established, is the foundation of growth.